In this session, we are going to see the installation process of MySQL. So I've prepared this document which gives a step-by-step process of how you can go ahead and install MySQL on Windows operating system, as well as how you can go ahead and install MySQL on Mac operating system. Now I'm having Windows operating system, so I'll go ahead and give the demonstration of how you can go ahead and install MySQL on Windows operating system. To start with, all you need to do is go ahead, open a browser. You can go to Google and type MySQL installer over there. Here you can see the website name dev.mysql.com. This is what we are looking for. You can just go ahead and click on MySQL installer. So this is the page that will come up. Here you can see the default operating system is selected as Microsoft Windows, but you can go ahead and click on the operating system, select operating system and click on Mac over there for the Mac operating system installation. Now, one thing to observe here is that it's written as Windows x86 32-bit MSI installer. This 32-bit doesn't mean that this installer is going to work only on 32-bit machine. No, this is just an installer file and will work equally good even if you have a 64-bit machine. So you can go ahead and click on download. I would suggest to go ahead with the full version, that's 405.2 megabyte. You can go ahead and click on download. Here, if you have Oracle account, the web account, you can go ahead and log in into that. Otherwise, it's not needed. You can just click on no thanks, just start my download. As you can see, I already have this installer file downloaded on my computer. I'll go ahead and cancel it, but you can go ahead and click on save. Once this gets downloaded, you can go to the file where it has got downloaded and double click the file. So this is the page, this is the window that you're going to see next. You have multiple options. You have to choose a setup type. So you are free to go ahead with the developer default. That is a good option over here. However, I'm going to go with the custom option. I'll click on next and I'll select the components that I need to be installed on my computer. So I'll expand MySQL server. I'll select the version which is best for me. I have a 64-bit computer, so I'll select this one, and the latest version is 8.0.22. I'll click on this arrow button. In the application, I need the MySQL Workbench, so I'll go ahead do the same for MySQL Workbench. I don't need the Visual Studio. I don't need the shell as well. I believe I'll go ahead with the router option. In the connectors, I'll go ahead with the Python option. In the documentation, I'll go ahead with MySQL documentation. And in samples and examples, I'll go ahead with the samples and example option. That's all. I need to click on next. So these are the components that are going to get installed on this computer. You just need to click on execute. This is going to take some time. I'll pause the video in the meantime and will resume back once this part gets completed. As you can see, all the components have got installed successfully. We'll click on next. Now we are into the product configuration page. So one by one, all these three modules will get configured. So when we click on next, the first will be MySQL Server, then will be MySQL Router, and then will be the samples and examples. So we'll start with clicking on next. Now this is a computer which we are preparing for the lab purpose. So I would recommend to keep the configuration type as development computer itself and all the other values as the default value. Need to click on next. This is the page for authentication method. There are two options and two ways in which the authentication would happen. However, I would suggest to keep the recommended method, which is to use the strong password encryption for authentication. You need to select this and click on next. Now this is the window, the page where you need to give the password for the root account. So ensure it is a strong password, but as I am using this for the lab purpose, I am going to give a simple password so that I can remember easily. Also, this password is very important and you should always remember it, or you should make a note of it somewhere where it can be easily accessed from. Just enter the password here. Even if it's showing as the password strength as weak, I'll keep it as it is because I'm using this for a lab purpose and not for a production purpose. I'll click on next. And leave all the configuration as it is, the default value, and click on next. So in order to apply the configuration, all these steps are going to get followed. You need to click on execute. So you can see all the configuration steps have got completed. You just need to click on finish. Now that was the product configuration for MySQL Server. Similarly for MySQL Router, however, there is no configuration needed. You can just click on next and click on finish. You can see the status is showing as configuration not needed. Now for samples and examples, you again need to click on next. Here you need to enter the password that you have created. Need to click on check and next. So in order for the samples and examples, a script will run in the background and it's going to take some time. I will pause this video until then and will resume back once it gets completed. I'll click on execute now. So now you can see the configuration steps have got completed and was successful. You can just finish to continue. So here the product configuration I've got completed for all the three modules, all the three components. You can click on next. So the installation I've got completed successfully for MySQL. You can just click on finish, and on clicking finish, here you can see you can check or uncheck. MySQL Workbench will automatically get started if you click on over here. So I'll click it on and I'll click on finish. This is the home page of MySQL Workbench, and here you can see MySQL connection. So you can see I have two connections already set over here, but these are because I was already using MySQL Workbench on this computer and I just uninstalled it in order to show you, to demonstrate how to do the installation. So even if you're not seeing it on your screen, that's absolutely fine. You can click on this plus sign over here. You can give a name over here. That's it, and leave this as it is, and you need to click on test connection. Click on OK. If in case it's prompting you to enter the password that you created for your server and click on OK. That's it. We're all ready to go. You can just click on this connection, localhost server, which I've just created, and the server will get connected. That's it. So this is the localhost server which you are able to view in MySQL Workbench, and in the next lesson we'll do a deep dive of MySQL Workbench. Hope to see you there.